a vegan chocolate cake. So the boy's birthday party is this weekend, and we're going to have a regular cake, we're going to have 2 raw cakes, and we're going to have a vegan cake also. So let's get started. The ingredients for this recipe are 1.5 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 1/2 cup of sugar, and I use brown sugar and some white sugar just because I'm not a very big sugar person. I didn't have a whole cup full of anything. 1 cup of nut milk that you either make or buy, or you can use soy milk also. Then we're going to use 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of olive oil, or you can do 1/3 of a cup if you want to kind of avoid much of the oil, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and lastly 1 flax egg. Awesome, so now that we know what goes into our cake, let's get started with mixing it all up. So what we're going to do is grab the flour, and I'm going to start with all of my dry ingredients first, and I'm going to put them in a big bowl. Then I'm going to add some of the sugar, and I'm going to mix all that up together. Make sure that you have no lumps, especially if you're like me and use some brown sugar, because brown sugar has tendency to have more of the lumps as opposed to white sugar, but depending on how long you've had it in your pantry, because you know, I don't use much of that on a daily basis, so mine was really lumpy. So now that all this is done, let's go ahead and get another bowl, it doesn't matter from where it came from, and mix all of your, forgot the salt, mix all of your wet ingredients in there, and baking soda. So that was all wet ingredients, perfect. Now, once you do that, add your flax egg to the mixture, and it really looks like an egg. Now go ahead and give it a small little stir. Make a little circular hole in the middle and pour all of your wet ingredients. Finally, let's add our milk. Give it a good whisk. And my favorite step of all, get it in the oven. And guys, this is super easy. Now, if you want to make a couple of layers, which I'm doing that for their cake, for their birthday, you can get a couple of pans and repeat the recipe all over again. But if you just want a small little cake that you want to share with your family, then by all means, just do this one recipe one time and you should be all set. This is the consistency that I'm getting. So we have a thicker consistency, and that's all right. So grab your pan that you're going to use for baking. Spray it down with some oil, liberally, because I will need to come out in a little bit. So spray as much as you want in there, and place the whole mixture inside and pop it in the oven. Now, once we get all this done, I will show you how to make the icing that I'm going to use. Frosting, I'll use 3.5 cups of powdered sugar, 5 tablespoons of any nut milk you like or soy milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 to 4 tablespoons of vegan butter, and 4 tablespoons of unsweetened cacao. Hey guys, so I just got the cakes out of the oven and I'm getting ready to do the frosting, and it is so delicious, kid-proof, but so unhealthy in a way. I mean, it's vegan, but still unhealthy in a way. So let's get started. What we'll do is add 3.5 cups of powdered sugar, and I'll add 4 tablespoons of cacao powder. If you can, get the unsweetened one because we have so much sugar. But if you don't care, go full-blown speed. I mean, I'm just kind of more conscious of that stuff. 3 to 4 tablespoons of vegan butter, then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and lastly, we're going to put in 5 tablespoons of any nut milk or soy milk that you'd like to use. Now from here, we're just going to mix all that up together while we wait for the cakes to cool off and before we start decorating. So my 2 layers of cakes are already cooled off. And what we're going to do is, I'll get my first layer, and you can even it out. I'm not doing that. Just going to get my spatula, small little spatula, and put my icing on top of my cake first, so I can stick the second layer on top of that one. and you may need a little more icing depending on what size pans you chose to do. So I did 9-inch pans. If it is 6-inch pans, this should be plenty for you to have. I may have to make a little bit more of the icing. So put as much or as little as you want, and you can put some fruits in between the 2 layers or not, and just dress it up any way you like. So what I'm going to do is put blueberries in the middle of my cake, and then I'll dress it up with some cacao nibs. Then I'll put the second layer, and cacao nibs are gonna have to come in later on top, but I'll put the second layer and repeat until the cake is all done. Pretty simple, right? Anything that you wanna do for toppings goes here. What I will do to get the icing pretty much evenly everywhere is dump the whole thing all the way at the top and smooth it around and drag it to the bottom. So one circular motion all the way throughout my cake, and yes, I am going to need more icing. So I'll get to that in a minute and I'll show you guys the final result. Alright you guys, so this is what the final look of the cake is, and it is still a little bit soft. So what I'll do is stick it in the refrigerator for at least 8 hours or overnight for the icing to harden and clean it up a little bit, but you get the idea. I hope you guys have enjoyed making this vegan chocolate cake with me, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that now. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell and drop a like. See you guys next time.